Zanele Mxunyelwa was a titan in all respects. I had the privilege of working for her and with her for a number of years. She was an indefatigable corruption buster, and her death is a huge loss to South Africa. She wasn't a highly visible person. She wasn't in the press or on TV, but she probably did more to fight corruption than all those people together. Zanele could organize anything. She would make a few calls, speak sternly, and things got done. I've been in meetings where she tore a strip off an investigating officer or a lazy prosecutor and then reported them to their seniors. And suddenly, things got done. Zanele would follow up to make things happen. She had a mind for detail and a terrific memory. Her meetings were run with precision, and she made sure that minutes were accurately recorded with all decisions detailed so there could be no future misunderstanding. Zanele had a crystal clear view of right and wrong. There was no middle ground. And that is what made her such an effective corruption buster. She didn't doubt herself. When something was wrong, it was wrong. She followed her conviction and backed it with evidence. She made sure the evidence was solid and incontrovertible. She would question what we put forward and highlight any gray areas until she was convinced the evidence was sound. She would tell us exactly what she expected from us, and it would be up to us to do what was needed to do to get to her end point. And if her end point wasn't attainable, and we told her so, she would accept that, as long as we had a reasonable explanation. Zanele was always beautifully turned out, with not a hair out of place. She immediately commanded a room when she entered. At meetings in Durban, she bemoaned our constant use of air conditioners, and so we used to have a warm shawl handy that she could wear in the meetings. She loved her rooibos tea with honey, and we made sure that we always offered it to her as soon as she arrived. We felt the need to keep her in good humor because none of us wanted to be on the wrong side of her. She wasn't afraid of anyone and would tackle you directly and tell you off if she thought you deserved it. But she did it fairly and gave you a chance to redeem yourself. I saw her put the CEO of a large organization in his place when he implied that she was not senior enough for him to answer to. Conversely, she gave praise when she felt it was due, and she backed her people to the hilt. You knew that if you made a good case, Zanele would back you to get what was required. My condolences go out to her team members who loved her and to her family. We have all lost someone great, and our lives are poorer for it. I could say rest in peace, but I don't think Zanele will do that. I think she'll be up there in heaven ordering people around and putting good procedures in place. Zanele, thank you for enriching our lives. You go with our great sorrow and our humble blessings.